Hello everyone, hope you're all having a lovely day today. So today I wanted to talk about a topic that I think I've talked about. I definitely have talked about it before. I don't know why I just said that. Today we're talking about a topic that I've definitely talked about before, but it's been kind of coming back in my life, and so therefore I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's coming back in anyone else's life. So I just felt, I guess, led to share some encouragement or, yeah. And today I wanted to talk about kind of like that idea of focusing on the cross and keep looking at the cross despite like obsessive doubts. I heard a very well-known YouTuber talking about how not having faith in your faith, and I remember when I first kind of heard that, I was like, excuse me? It sounds so far-fetched and weird and not really correct, but the more I thought about it and the more they kind of like explained it, the more it really made sense. And I'm going to explain kind of what that was right now, because it's been on my mind a lot and I've been kind of using that to help me. So I'm the kind of person where even though I believe the gospel, I see God working in my life, I am very passionate about it, like, God and Jesus all the time, yet I still have moments where I'm like, what if? Like, what if's just creeping in my mind? What if I didn't really believe? What if I don't really believe? Do I believe hard enough? Which, like, what does that even mean? Like, either you believe something or you don't. There's no, like, you know? And so during these times of feeling like garbage or just having, these thoughts in your head, like, did you really? Did you this? Did you that? Like, it puts a lot of focus on you. And are you, even though it's still faith and, it still deals with belief and faith rather than works, it's still putting all of that burden on yourself rather than focusing on the cross. So what I'll do during these times is I'll be like, okay, you know what? I couldn't go to hell if I wanted to because Jesus Christ already did his finished work. He already lived, died, was buried, and rose again. Those things already happened, so I couldn't go to hell if I wanted to because of what Jesus did. And believe it or not, this is literally having faith. This is literally putting all of your trust in what Jesus did. Literally, because I'm like, I'm not looking at myself, I'm looking at what Jesus has done. And even though I might not feel like I believe, or I might not, like, belief isn't really a feeling. Feelings can result from belief, but belief in and of itself is not a feeling. And I think that's where a lot of us start to kind of go crazy because we're like, I don't feel good right now. I don't feel like I believe. What does it mean to feel like you believe something? Like, I believe that the sky is blue, but that's not on my mind 24/7. When I'm at work or when I'm, I don't know, watching TV, like, I'm not thinking about the sky is blue, but yet it's still there. Just because we're not actively thinking about the gospel 24/7 doesn't mean that we don't believe it to be true. I hope that makes sense. And look, I know it is hard. I know it is the worst thing. If you're someone who struggles with obsessive doubt, OCD, whatever it is, look, I know it is extremely, extremely hard to live with. I know it, despite how many reassurances you may have, you still just feel like unsure. Like, it's frustrating, but that's really where faith comes in. If you're at the point where you're really struggling, specifically with like OCD or anxiety, to the point where you're like unable to function, I highly recommend like seeing a therapist. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, there are plenty of like even Christian therapists, like, specifically like, Bible-based therapists or counselors that I highly recommend seeing. But this video is mostly just focusing on specifically the idea of putting the burden on Christ rather than yourself. So I really hope this video helps whoever needs to hear this. If you ever feel like you're starting to question, do you really believe something to be true, or did you really, true, that's how you say that word. If you really feel like you're questioning whether or not you believe something to be true, or if you are having strong enough faith, like just keeping like, I can't go to hell even if I wanted to because Jesus accomplished his finished work, because that's literally putting your faith on Christ. So if you like this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button. If you ever have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever, do not hesitate to leave me a comment down below or shoot me an email. If you have any prayer requests, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments down below also. And as always, have a lovely rest of your day and God bless.